Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, several stories, several things to tell you, as always, and we have to start with updates, with transfers already happening now, and with decisions being made. So we jump into it together, and let me start with Tottenham Hotspur, because while I'm recording this video, it's 7:30 p.m. in the UK, 8:30 p.m. here in Italy, and the update I can give you is that Roberto Zerbi is really close to becoming the new Tottenham Hotspur manager. With here we go, expected soon, a big bomb I dropped you here on the channel yesterday when Tottenham announced the decision to part ways with Igor Tudor. I immediately told you, keep an eye on Roberto Zerbi, because one of the names under consideration at Tottenham over the recent days was also Marco Silva, but at the moment he's not leaving Fulham at these final months of the season. And the name they always wanted since day one of this Tottenham rebuilding, already needed in the plans of the club since they decided to fire Thomas Frank a few months ago, has always been Roberto Zerbi. It was between Zerbi and Pochettino at some stage, but with Pochettino it's complicated because obviously he's busy with the US men's national team. There is the World Cup incoming, so obviously Mauricio Pochettino has different things to do in this moment rather than reaching an agreement with Tottenham or any other club. Roberto Zerbi is free. Roberto Zerbi's attitude is really appreciated by Tottenham Hotspur. Quality when it's about the tactical aspect of the game, also the connection with the players has always been very good, and so Tottenham decided to go all in for Roberto Zerbi with a big financial proposal, a big contract proposal, 5-year contract for Roberto Zerbi, a really important salary, one of the best salaries for managers in Premier League at this stage. So he's now in discussions, advanced discussions with Tottenham Hotspur on details of this contract, on the staff, on all the details needed. But Roberto Zerbi yesterday opened doors to Tottenham Hotspur job immediately, not just in the summer. The original idea was, okay, let's discuss for the summer if Tottenham stay up. But now Roberto Zerbi is open to taking this challenge, and that would be huge by Zerbi to take this job. Trust me, he has many opportunities already for the summer, from Italy, from England, and not only, but to accept this job now with Tottenham in danger and with the possibility to put your own face on relegation, well, that was not something easy, but Roberto Zerbi is opening doors to Tottenham Hotspur. And so talks very advanced with a here we go, expected soon. Let's wait for the final details, let's wait for the final discussions. But while I'm recording this video, Tottenham are really optimistic to get the green light and to get the man they wanted for the summer already now, Roberto Zerbi. So conversations well underway for the new Tottenham Hotspur boss. Then guys, when we talk about big decisions, I wanted to talk to you also about Bernardo Silva. Because the breaking news I can give you today is just a confirmation of what I've been telling you for weeks now. It was already in January, I remember, during the January transfer window. In a video I told you, okay, this window, it's already set, but for the summer, one of the big names to watch is going to be Bernardo Silva. And now, what I can communicate to you guys is that Bernardo Silva decision is almost done and made. Bernardo Silva, unless there is a crazy turnaround of events, is prepared to leave Manchester City in the summer transfer window. So Bernardo Silva is seriously considering his future together with his agent Jorge Mendes and preparing for a summer transfer on a free deal. Remember that Bernardo Silva is out of contract at Manchester City at the end of the current season. Bernardo Silva can have several opportunities from Saudi, from Turkey, from Europe, Italy, Spain. Many questions on Barcelona. The connection between Jorge Mendes and Barcelona is excellent. Bernardo Silva was already a target for Barca a few years ago, 3-4 years ago. He's always been one of the priorities for Barca, for PSG. Now, obviously, is a different situation, is a different age, but he's still a fantastic midfielder, one of the best in the world. So let's see what's going to happen in terms of clubs interested. At the moment, it's not time yet to mention clubs in conversations to sign Bernardo Silva. There are many clubs interested. Again, it's about Saudi, it's about Europe, it's about MLS, it's about Turkey as well. So there are several clubs really interested in the player. It's too early to mention where he's going, but I can guarantee to you that Bernardo Silva is starting a strategy to pick the best project possible. It's about the sporting side for sure, because Bernardo is super competitive. It's about the family as well, because it's the final part of his career and Bernardo Silva wants to make sure it's the right decision. So all things being considered now, by Bernardo Silva, his agent, his family, but for sure the direction of the future of Bernardo Silva is for something new, is for something different, and for Bernardo to leave Manchester City. So that would be obviously a huge story, a huge update for the future of Bernardo Silva. What's important to mention, guys, also today is some bit of news I got over the afternoon. The first one is about a young talent from Independiente del Valle. If you follow me, you know that in Ecuador, in the recent years, they've started producing an incredible number of talents that are coming to top European clubs. And one of these players is Juan Martínez. He's a winger born in 2009, Ecuadorian, very talented, was close to joining a German club, but he's gonna join Newcastle United. It's here we go. Newcastle agreed a deal with Independiente del Valle. This week they expect to sign all the documents, all the contracts. And that's huge, because obviously Juan Martínez already said yes to Newcastle, prepared for a Premier League move. Obviously would not be this summer, but when it turns 18 for FIFA regulations, so let's be patient on this one. But the agreement could be signed this week between Juan Martínez and Newcastle, and so a new talent coming to the Premier League. And then Rafa Guerreiro, the Portuguese left back, leaving Bayern. That's an important story, because Rafa Guerreiro is prepared to try a new chapter after Borussia Dortmund, after Bayern. He's going to be available on a free, and so a very interesting opportunity on the market. Rafa Guerreiro to leave FC Bayern in the summer, 32 years old, out of contract, and so another opportunity for free. Talking about opportunities and interviews, in this case, another interview, in this case made by Enzo Fernández. You remember, a few days ago, it was after a Champions League game against Paris Saint-Germain, Enzo said, we will see when mentioned about his future. There is the World Cup, of course, I'm busy with Chelsea, Enzo said there are a few games to play, and then we will see, so not closing the doors to anything. Then when was asked in Argentina about, in a very easy context, so it was not just about football, but he was asked something like, where would you like to live next one day, maybe in your life? And he said Madrid. And so Fernandez said Madrid because I love that city, feels like Buenos Aires. So the connection between Enzo Fernández and Madrid is obviously something that we have to mention, because he said himself he would love to live in Madrid one day. But on the football point of view, we have to understand, first of all, what Chelsea want to do. Second, what's going to happen in this new contract negotiation between Enzo and Chelsea. At the moment, there is no agreement. And this is why there is a tension around the future of Enzo Fernández. At the moment, nothing has been decided, nothing has been started in terms of negotiations or talks, but we have to take into consideration Enzo Fernández mentioning Madrid. I think that's one more key interview after what he said about the possibility eventually to consider his future in the summer transfer window. Guys, let me know your opinion on all these topics, Bernardo Silva, but also Enzo Fernández, Roberto de Zerbi and Tottenham, your point of view here in comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao.